right, let's call the meeting to order. Motion to open. David?
So moved.
All right. So Victor, first thing on your spreadsheet here, you want to approve the minutes from previous meetings?
Absolutely.
Yes.
David pointed out I needed to correct one of them, the December 11th meeting. I amended it that Mr. Tyne was excused. And other than that, no other substantial changes to the meeting minutes. So
I have a motion to accept with the amendment.
So moved, seconded.
Excellent. So done.
Yeah.
Obviously, no one's opposed.
Nope.
all right.
All right.
Now let's roll up our sleeves and get into some action over here.
Mhm.
I don't know if I see better with or without my glasses, honestly.
I'm at that stage as well.
I need these to read.
I wasn't elected to read, I was elected to lead. That's the Simpsons line, sorry.
Mhm.
Abatement number R1.
Mhm.
Let's see, assessed value 534. We reduced it by $16,000. The house is in a terrible state of disrepair. I'm already pretty much as low as I can go with everything being in fair condition.
Mhm.
It's hard to believe in the few years that since I was last there, it's gotten worse. So I'm just taking an extra 10% functional obsolescence for excess depreciation.
Yeah, I see there's no explanation. So, okay.
Yeah, I pulled up to the house and I go, oh, I was here before. And I'm like,
It's not any better.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so that one we're good. Next one, R2. Assessed value 735.5. This house, we had it listed as good. I knocked it down to average. And because he's rehabbing the property for 1 year only, I took off an extra 10%.
Okay.
So it's not in the system, that
Right.
10%. It's just 1 year only, help him get over the hump. And it reduces the value by 74.6 and an abatement of 846.71.
Okay.
I'm good.
Next one, no action yet. R number 4. I had the kitchen, we changed it from good to average, and the condition of the house, we had good to average. She'd applied 15 years ago, everything was good.
Mm-hmm.
15 years later, everything's average.
Mhm.
So we'll be taking 44.9 off that and an abatement of 509.62. Next one. R5. Let's see here. I changed the grade of the structure from a B- to a C+, and it brought the value down 57,000. One of their concerns is the senior circuit breaker, as we saw, and that has a limiting property value amount. And I lowered it to amounts I'm comfortable with, considering what other sales are going for in the area. So
They're not a senior citizen though, right?
yeah, they are.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I was reading that as their age and not their duration in their property. I apologize.
that's quite all right. They couldn't get the credit last year because the house value broached $1 million.
Yeah.
So we're bringing it down to $1,002,000, which I believe the circuit breaker amount will broach for next year, and they'll be able to get it. So,
Okay.
Number 7, R number 6. I'm sorry. Original value 766.6. We're reducing this value by 53.5, 607.23. This is grouped in Line Road, those homes are like, condexes, attached condos, size of single family houses. And we probably have 150 in that neighborhood modeling group. And the way we fine tune things is through various code changes. So there was a sale in the property. I changed one of the codes, brought it down 53.5, more in line with the sale price of the property next door. So
I'm fine.
R7 denied. I've been to his house, he filed before, there's not much. I think we took a little something off a year or two ago when I was there, and the conditions haven't changed substantially enough to warrant further.
Mhm.
R8, I added 10% functional obsolescence for basement water. It's a newly constructed house, but it's real odd. It's one the towns took and they tore down the house. They put a small house there. But even with the French drains that they recently installed and everything, they had lost the basement to flooding. So just 10% to recognize it as a flooding condition. And it reduces the value 37.1 and an abatement of 421.09. Number 9, original value 691. I had to add a bath because it had 2 full baths. We only had 1. But the baths were in fair condition, and we had the condition of the property as average to good. It should be fair to average.
Mhm.
Well-worn property would have, it reduces the value by 30,000 and an abatement of 340 and 50 cents. This next one, R10, I haven't heard back on an inspection. I'll try to get them before I leave. If not, we handle it when I get back.
Sounds good.
R11, small adjustment on this. She had filed a couple of years ago, and you know what? Some of the comps she provided didn't work. She compared a property to a fair property. So when I moved that property to game it out, I lowered hers by 27.6, and they would be much more even. So, hello, Yano.
Hey there, I'm sorry I can't get in
That's what we
for some
figured.
reason.
I had to run a lot of updates to get the meeting going, sir. Can you do it on your phone?
I tried on my iPad. I don't know, maybe. I don't know, I'll try on my phone. Okay.
Rick, just want to leave them on your phone? so you
Or
can-
if, or Yano,
I don't get it.
Yano, okay, call me back if you don't get in. I can keep you on my speaker. Okay. He's gonna give it one more try, and if not, call me back. Okay, so yeah, we changed the partition code, 27.6 is coming off. R12, this is a denial. They paid $950 for it. And they're telling me it's worth $780. So sorry. R13, it's a 4-unit apartment building. So I looked at our 4 units like this. It's, 2 downstairs, 2 upstairs, typical.
Yeah.
And I was a little bit too high. We had their graded good. It's only average. And that reduces the value by 131.6 and an abatement of 1493.66. Next one, R14. Yeah, this house wasn't a straight sale, but it's gonna be knocked down and developed, but the place was dilapidated.
Mhm.
So in recognizing that, it reduces the value by 105.1 and an abatement of 1192.89. That's what I really don't believe I want to grant, but I kind of have to,
Nice.
Let's see. R15, where it says I'm thinking on it, I changed it from good to average. Small condo there, so reduce the value 23.4 and an abatement of 265.59. Number 16. Let's see. Yeah, 7 Bateman Court, again. It's like one of those condex models. And it's hard when you lump all those together because some have different attributes.
Mhm.
Someone files, you take another look at it, reviewed some of the sales. I changed a couple of the codes in there. It reduces the value from 921 to 802, which is where they should be. And when I do this, if there's an attached unit, obviously I do it to the other unit too. They're not getting an abatement, but you have to be consistent when you value these things. So this is a reduction of 119.4 and an abatement of 1355.19. And that is it for our residential stuff. I'm going to jump around a little bit on the commercial.
Okay.
So if you look right down the list, 24 Audubon Road. They file every year because I cannot fix this in the computer system. It's 50% commercial, 50%, when I say residential, it's a daycare. So that's under the residential rate. So what happens is this poor attorney, I think I've known him, I knew his dad, let's put it that way, files, and I have to manually figure out what the taxes should be on it. So for 24 Audubon, we are abating. It's not a value abatement. The value of the building's fine. It's just tax reallocation. 9157.16 on that one. C2. This is on Albion Street. I think you all know the building, and it's going
Yes.
through remediation and all that stuff. And we've always had, because until the remediation's done, we can't, he's not making any improvements to the building. There's nothing he can do with it,
Yeah, how long has that remediation been going on for?
He's gonna be going on 7 years now.
Is
You
it, is
know?
that, do I see July 1st, 2016
Probably.
in the, all right. I mean,
It would be different if he did
can
something
I,
else.
can I remediate forever, Victor?
Well, the attachments he has to it, the remediation and all that stuff, we worked with him when he first acquired the building. And I had in my own mind at least 10 years for remediation, working him over that period. The value, 318. I know it's not then, but knocking it down to, he requested something in 155,000. No, but I have no problem bringing it down to 215.3, abate 1027. Hey, and an abatement of 2234.75. Okay. Where am I going now? 1, 2. All right, going right down the list. 630, yeah, we're not using addresses. So C3, denied. C4, denied. C5 and 6, denied, denied. C7, denied. C8, denied. C9, denied. C10, denied. 11 and 12, denied.
Victor, just on the, the ones that say additional info to be provided by March 1st.
That's what they put down on the application.
Okay.
They could choose to send the additional info with the application, but usually denial gets their attention and they start emailing me with stuff to look at. or they let them languish at the appellate tax board. They had an attorney call me yesterday, or his staff did, to postpone a hearing we have on March 19th. I'll be in Florida, but I'll have my file with me.
Okay.
I said, no. Bruce likes the attorney likes to stack these cases and then pretend he has, a weapon to your head with 3 years. No, tell Bruce to give me the income and expense statement and justify his value. Make me an offer. Let's see what we're talking about. And there's no love lost between me and this guy.
I
So,
understand.
so 12, 13, 14, and 15, all denied. But I am working with C15. Couple of prior years, I'm talking to their people, they get me some stuff, and we're trying to figure it out, trying to come up with something. This next one, C16. If you can look at my notes, the reason for this abatement and its size is we didn't settle the prior year until after I generated values and were approved by the DOR. So the goal was to settle our issues and have this value in place for fiscal 25, but between me and the attorney, timelines didn't match up, and I had to submit values to the state.
Yep.
So we had granted, I think, 2.5 million off last year. And then this one was going to be the balance for 25. But because the value went in at the 20 million value, that's the number we're abating, 5.1.
Yeah.
I also advised the town accountant not to, feign a heart attack when he sees this. I explained to him how it happened, and, I try to avoid this, but sometimes it happens.
Hey,
Hey, Yano.
yeah, I've been listening to you since deny C1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
And I was wondering if you could hear me.
Yeah. Oh, thank goodness you're on, Yano. We appreciate it.
Mhm.
So 601 Edgewater, that's that big one if you all agree to it. And the rest are personal property. As you can see, they're all small adjustments adjustments for either out of business or the asset listing was incorrect. Scott works with them, makes whatever changes, goes visit sites, and those are the recommendations on the 7 personal property. We approved the meeting minutes. We handled this. ATB stuff, basically got some hearings coming up, gonna move stuff around. I'll tend to try to push everything with the exception of that one out towards the end of May, where, they're not breathing down your neck, but you get time to move and negotiate. So
Mhm.
Sounds good.
anyone have any other business or new business?
No new
Do you
business.
need a vote on the,
Why don't you vote the slate of personal property ones?
okay, so move.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Any opposed?
Oh, there he is.
It carries.
And other than that, we're just getting ready for change within the organization.
Mhm.
With Mr. Mayo retiring, I've had an absolutely delightful association with him in all these years.
Yes.
And trusted friend, confidant, advisor, and boss. So we'll see what they do. I hope things. My vote is for stability.
Yeah.
So
It's the best interest of the town.
yes.
Yes.
Yes. With that said, meeting minutes, I think we got everything.
I think we have to return $500,000 to the town of Wakefield.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's right. I did put that in there.
Yes, you did.
Nice.
Yes. The way it works is if the administration requests a review of our overlay, and they will ask for an amount and ask if we can cover it. What I do is go through any outstanding ATB cases, figure out our worst case potential liability.
Mhm.
And in this case, I think we have 1.4 million. So 500 doesn't bother us. And I think our outstanding liability was about 325,000.
That's fine.
Mhm.
So,
We'll make a motion that we return $500,000 to the town of Wakefield.
yes.
Second that.
Second. All in
In
favor?
favor.
Excellent.
Aye.
And we'll be down to sign that one as well.
Beautiful. I'll have a pile on my desk.
I'll be down after the meeting.
All right, with that,
Anything
gentlemen,
else?
I mean, whatever stragglers I have, I should have them done, inspected by the end of March, a quick meeting in April to get the broom out, clean things up. So,
Victor, what was the total number of residential exemptions? I mean, applications.
oh. 16.
Okay,
That's not a lot.
no.
It was like that in Reading. Winfield, not so much. Like 38, but 30 residential.
Uh-huh.
And people can't believe that they buy a house for 3.2 million. They're gonna be taxed on that value the following.
Oh, yeah.
We've
I don't
seen
make
that before.
I don't
Right.
make the rules. But with that, I think unless anyone has anything, I think I'm good.
I'm good too.
They, entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Right, gentlemen.
Take care,
Thank you
guys.
so much, gentlemen. See
care.
you in a bit.
I'll be down in a few, Vic.
Good luck, Brian.
Thank
Good
you,
luck,
Adam.
Brian.
Take care,
Yes.
gentlemen. Thanks, Vic. I'll give you a ring.
Thank
Take
you.
care.